Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm so excited today. I get to film my Deck of Panning Project Pan update. This project was created by Emily from Emily and Max here on YouTube. I always have her linked in the description box below, as well as her introduction video linked for you so you can get all of the nitty-gritty details about this really fun project from her video. But if for any reason you are brand new to this concept, this is a makeup panning project where you are focusing on using specific items in your makeup collection that are inspired by prompts that are linked to a deck of cards. I really love how this project makes panning feel even more like a game and allows you to interact with all the other creators that are also participating in this project. It just feels like a really fun community and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. I'm currently working on 5 items in this project, so I'm going to go through each of those items individually, let you know the progress I've been able to make over the past month, and hopefully I'll be able to draw some new cards today and bring in some new products. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out, but I've got everything ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this video, but before I do, if you haven't already, take a moment to please subscribe to my channel, give this video a quick thumbs up. It really does help me out. Let's get right on into it. First item is this hydroliner from Civa Beauty. This is their split pan hydroliner in the shade Doddle-Doo. I brought this item into the project for the cards 9 of Hearts, which at that time was for the prompt Astrology sign. I'm a Gemini, so because of the duality of the twins, I went for a split pan item, and this has been definitely a challenge to use. My goal is to use this 5 times in the course of this project. Here's what it was looking like when I had first rolled it in. I'd used it 1 time in the month of January, and here's what it was looking like last month. And in the past month, I used it a total of 0 times, and it's looking like this today. So I've still only used it 1 out of the 5 times, and that is kind of frustrating, especially since this would have been such a great opportunity to mix these 2 shades together and get a green UV effect for St. Patrick's Day, and a fun way to add an extra pop of green to all the other green eyeshadows that I've been playing with over the past month. But I still have a chance to do that. I'm still working on green eyeshadows, and I'm still working on this. I'm going to use this 4 more times. I just really haven't had an opportunity to wear more fun makeup in the past month. I've been spending a lot of time at home. I've also been taking some days off from wearing makeup, which has been a nice little break for myself. And while I'm disappointed that I didn't get use on this month, I'm not that upset about it. I know that I'll have further opportunity to reach for it 4 more times in the next couple months, and I'm not rushing through this. I'm just kind of using this as a fun opportunity to remind myself to reach for this item that is really fun and will create some fun creative looks coming up. So that one is going to stay in, 4 more uses to go. I don't expect it to be out next month, but maybe in 2, maybe 3. The next item in this project is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Primer. I brought this in for the card 9 of Diamonds, which corresponded to the prompt primer. And I wanted to get some use on this primer. It was pretty new in my collection, and I basically just wanted to get to know it and see if I liked it and learn how to use it and how I enjoy it. My goal for this primer was to use it 30 times during the course of this project, or as much as possible. So here's what it was looking like when I had first rolled it in. It was weighing 33.65 grams. I reached for it 19 times during the first month. It was weighing 32 grams and looking like this. It had 11 more uses to go, but I actually reached for it 24 more times. I've now used it 43 times. Today it's weighing 30.62 grams. So I used 3.03 grams of product during the 2 months that this was in my project, and I'm really happy with the progress I've been able to make. You can see a significantly lower line in this product. It's just about, I would say, almost 2/3 empty. I'm going to roll it out. I've exceeded my goal and then some, but I really enjoyed having this in my project, and I'm also going to enjoy putting it back in my drawer and just knowing that it's an item that I can reach for a little bit of extra glow, and I can foresee myself reaching for this on a pretty regular basis moving forward as part of my everyday makeup routine. I basically used it on the high point of my cheeks and blended that in with my foundation just as like a one and done, and just add a little bit of extra glow to my base. I do have it on today. It is topped with another highlighter, but I think it does just give an overall glow effect from within, and I really have been enjoying it. I'm really excited to try the e.l.f. dupe of this item someday, but I'm going to finish this up before I purchase anything else and stay strong on my no buy, low buy goals for the year. So that one's rolling out, and I feel really good about that. The next item is from the prompt Nostalgia, and that is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Definitely a nostalgic item here in the YouTube community, at least for me. I drew the card 9 of Diamonds for this, which was pick your space, and I always am a sucker for nostalgia, so that's what I went for. My goal for this item was to use it 20 times. Here's what it was looking like when I had first rolled it in. It was brand new, never been used. I mean, maybe once, but you can see a very fresh pan there. I used it 7 times during the first month and it was looking like this. I had to reach for it 13 more times before I hit my goal, and I'm happy to say I was able to do that. Here's what it's looking like today after 20 uses. And hopefully you're able to see a small little wearing away of that imprint happening, but it's still quite prominent. 20 uses did not make a big dent at all, and I'm not surprised by that. I did mention last month that I thought this shade was a little bit too light for me and that I might finish those 20 uses and give it away to a friend who has more of a fair complexion. But I actually fell in love with this shade a little bit more during those 13 uses, and I found it to be such a soft and subtle bronzer look, which is kind of a change for me. I was using such a pigmented bronzer for such a long time that I just wasn't used to a less impactful look. But once I kind of eased into it and just like embraced that type of more fresh appearance with the bronzer, I actually really liked it. And I felt it to be just much more subtle for every day. And especially at this time of year when I'm at my palest, it's nice to have a very subtle look. I don't have to worry about being too heavy-handed with it. I don't have to worry about over applying it. It'll just give me a very subtle glow to the skin. And sometimes that's all I need on a day-to-day. So I'm really glad that I brought this into the project. I'm glad that I pushed through another month and got to know it 13 more times and just kind of appreciate it more in my collection. It is my least pigmented bronzer that I have in my collection, and it definitely serves a purpose for me now, I am finding. I don't have this on today. I have another bronzer on today. After the 13 uses, I wanted to focus on other things, but I did enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm happy to have it in my collection still, and I'm also happy to be rolling it out and bringing in something new. And by the way, this was weighing 57.59 grams when I had first rolled it in, and today it's weighing 56.62 grams. So in total, I used 0.97 grams, almost a gram of product. Not bad. This next item also came into the project in January, and that was for the card Joker, my first ever Joker. I didn't mention it before, but if you pull the Joker card, you have to pan something that you really don't want to pan, or that will be a big challenge for you to pan. It corresponds with, are you joking me? Like, ugh, are you joking me? I have to pan something really difficult? Sorry, I'm being so dumb today. So I got the Joker for the very first time in January, and I decided to pull in an item that I've been meaning to work on now for years, and that is a cream gel liner from Colourpop. This is one of their cream gel color liners, and this is the shade Fastlane, which is like a forest green color almost. So here's what that liner was looking like when I had first brought it in. I used it 6 times during the first month, and it was looking like this. In February, I was able to reach for it 6 more times, making for a total of 12 uses, and here's what it's looking like today. So there definitely is a change in the dip of that pan, so that feels good that I'm seeing some visual progress. My goal is to reach for this 30 times. I gave myself a nice hefty goal, and I really am chipping away at that. I now have 12 uses total. I have 18 more uses to go, and if I do that over the next 3 months, that would be great. I'm not going to try and do those 18 uses in 1 month. I maybe could if I really focus on it, but as a true Joker item, I kind of want to take my time with it, really have this item in my project for quite a bit of time, experiment with it on lots of different looks with combining lots of different colors. It's been pretty convenient lately since I am working on a lot of green eyeshadows to also have a green liner in my project. I do have this on my eyes today as my liner, and I didn't think that this would be an easy project to make a wing with, but I've actually had quite a bit of success with just using a very small angled brush, and it is creamy enough to create a nice wing for me. So I'm happy that I'm getting to know this item. I'm happy it's finally getting used, and it's a lot more practical than I even thought it to be. So another win for this project, just another reason I love it so much, that it forces me to bring things in and work on things and actually appreciate them in my collection instead of just letting them sit and dry out and get wasted. So it turns out my Joker was not as bad as I thought it might be. And the 5th and last item in this project I rolled in just last month. This was for the 5 of Clubs, which again was astrology sign. I got the prompt 2 months in a row. Again, my astrology sign is Gemini, but when I was looking through my collection, I actually found this Super Shock eyeshadow from Colourpop, and this is in the shade Birthday Cake. And I figured since your astrology sign is dictated by when you're born, that a birthday themed item would work just as well for astrology sign. Again, this is the shade Birthday Cake. It's a very shimmery pink color, really pretty. My goal for this eyeshadow is to hit pan on it. Here's what it was looking like last month. I reached for it 6 times during the past month, and here's what it's looking like today. So I think you'll be able to see a small little depression starting to happen in the center, but we do not have pan yet. I don't think pan is very close at all right now. I expect it'll take at least 10 or 15 more uses on this to get to pan, but I'm okay with that. I've really been enjoying reaching for it. It's such an easy everyday shade just to tap on the lid with like a neutral in the crease. It's nice to have a shade like this that you can just pop all over the lid, maybe blend out into the crease with some kind of like warm or cool tone matte. Either one would work, and just get ready and get out the door quickly. Nice go-to look for me, and I've really been enjoying reaching for it, and I'll be happy to reach for it for a couple more months until I hit pan on it. So to recap for you, I have 2 items rolling out. I was able to reach my goal for both of these items, and I have 3 items that are still remaining in. I have 4 more uses on this hydro liner, about, what do we say, 18 more uses on this cream gel liner. Who knows how many more uses on this until I reach pan, but trying to reach pan on that one still. So that means I get to draw 2 new cards today. I have my deck of cards ready here, and there is that Joker right on top. I'm gonna slip it into the middle there, give it some shuffles, and show you the game board for this month. The numbered cards get shuffled every single month by Emily. She updates the spreadsheet for all of us and keeps this project fresh. And then the face cards are always staying the same, reds being a certain prompt and blacks being another prompt. And then of course there's the Joker. If you pull in the Joker, you have to pan something you really don't want to do, which is what I'm doing right now. But hopefully lightning will not strike twice and I will not get the Joker again, because I'm already dealing with a lot of other things, with a lot of other panning projects, and I got my plate full. So be easy on me, please. Like maybe give me a gimme product this month, or something I'm not already painting. That'd be great. So here's my shuffles. I'm going to split the deck like I always do, and those 2 on top, those are my 2 cards. So let's see what they are. 2 of diamonds and the 9 of spades. Okay, no Joker. That's good. Let me pull up that game board and see what I got. I'm back and I have my products. That was not too bad at all. The first card I drew was that 2 of diamonds, and that was for the prompt influencer collab or influencer brand. And for that, I decided to reach for a highlighter. And that highlighter is from Becca. This is the Champagne Pop highlighter that they did in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill so many years ago. You remember the day. I'm sure you do. It was an iconic time in the YouTube beauty space. A better time for Jaclyn. This item is pretty well loved in my collection. It's a beautiful highlighter. I still love and adore the Becca formula, and I haven't found many that I like more. I'm not really a huge highlighter gal in general, but this one seems to fit my preferences just fine. And you can see there is quite a nice little dip going in that center of the pan. So it has gotten a bit of love. My goal for this item is going to be to hit pan on it. And I feel like that's pretty ambitious, but I'm okay with that. I kind of want to slow down a little bit and just kind of focus on one item for a while and really make some significant dip and progress on an item. Having pan in a highlighter is so satisfying, and it doesn't happen for me very often. So that's why I really want to push myself with this item. It might take me a few months, but what a nice time to bring this in during the spring and summer month when this is just going to look so beautiful on tanned, glowy, beautiful skin. This would look really beautiful with the look I have on today. Maybe I'll pop some on real quick. Why not? Why not get a use in there? Whew. I already have like a lot of highlight on. Okay. I mean, more is more, right? So that one will be really fun to work on, and I'm really excited to have pan on another highlighter in my collection, and I'm excited to bring you along for the journey. The next card I drew was the 9 of spades, and that corresponds with a lip product. Now, as you know, I love panning lip products, and I have a huge collection of lip products, so bringing another one into my project to work on is not the worst thing in the world. I've also been trying to cycle through my liquid lipsticks and getting use on them, seeing if they're still good, and moving them out of my collection if not. So I decided to bring in another oldie from my collection, and that is the Jeffree Star Liquid Lip, one of the last few ones that I still have remaining, and this is in the shade Rose Madder. This is like a really pretty mauvey pink. It's not actually super mauvey. It's more just like a really true pinky pink, almost like a bubblegummy pink. There it is, and it's a little bit, I guess, warm toned. It's a really pretty shade, and I really like wearing shades like this. It'll be really easy for me to reach for during the springtime, and my goal for this is to use it 10 times. I'll see how it's doing after those 10 uses. This one's still pretty juicy and got some good moisture to it still, even though, you know, it does dry down, but going on. It's nice and wet, and that tells me it still has some life left in it. So we'll see how those 10 uses go, but I'm guessing this will just go right back into my drawer after I get those 10 uses in it. And just to show you where that joker was, I'm gonna go in from the top down and see where it was in the pile. I don't see it yet. It was deep down there. Where was it? Where was it? There it was, all the way down there. So nowhere near the top, nowhere near me getting it this month. And I'm relieved for that. I needed a little bit of a break. And I'm really happy with the products I was able to bring in. I feel like they're gonna be very easy for me to reach for naturally. It's not gonna be too much of a challenge, but I'm still gonna get used on items that otherwise aren't getting used in my collection currently. So there you have it, everybody. That is my update for my deck of panning project. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and say hi. Let me know how your March is going. Hopefully it's going a little bit better than mine. But all the same, we are very lucky in the grand scheme of things, aren't we? Take care, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.